What's up, man? How y'all doing? We're gonna do a quick recap of my trade today. Took an L. I wasn't supposed to take that L. I felt it. It's psychology, right? It's important to listen to your gut feeling. So it was. This was the trade, right? So I missed the morning. I was asleep because I slept really late. So I waited for New York. So when New York came, here was my analysis, right? My analysis was I checked here previously. I saw liquidity over here and liquidity above there. So, um, what I did next when price was here, when it was about to open, I was like, oh, nice. Then I saw it sweep this liquidity over here. And then that made me like, oh, this is a sell, right? But I also wanted to buy because, um, you know, there's that liquidity there. There's liquidity everywhere, bro. Like that's what price does. So I was kind of confused. That's why I shouldn't have gone in because I didn't really know what to do, right? So if you don't know what to do, what should you do? Don't do anything. But I learned my lesson. So when price took that liquidity up there, I wanted it to come back so I could sell, right? If it gave me that, I was gonna be fine. And because I thought it was a buy, I wasn't sure what was going to happen. I was going to take my profits at this order block right here for 1 to 2. I was happy with that. But it didn't come back there. So since it didn't come back, I was like, okay, you gave me a breaker structure right here. So I'm finna enter right here. This was already taken, this order block, so this was the only one left. So this was literally my trade. I was watching it. My TP was up here. Was gonna get a 1 to 5. I was excited. Let me remove this. Oh, let me hide it. Can you hide it? Can you hide that? You can't really hide it. Yeah, hide. But how am I gonna unhide it? That's kind of dumb, that feature. But anyway, so my stop loss was there for 1 to 4, 1 to 5, 1 to 5, 1 to 4. So yeah, so while it was here, I know that okay, it's not going right. Plus, like, there's a good reason for it not to go. So I wasn't mad. I was just disappointed in myself because I wasn't supposed to enter. Because why is it a good reason? Because price was coming down, had a came back to grab this liquidity. Is this really an SMT? Let me remove that because you could say this is a proper order block even though it's swept everything, but you could say it's a proper order block. But yeah, it was a very good reason to sell. So, but anyway, I lost there, so I closed everything. But when I looked back, right, and looking at the guy I'm learning from, a lot of the times, the lesson today was to just focus on recent price action, right? What is recent price action? Look at the nearest breakout. So this is inside this structure, this leg, right? It's internal structure basically. Everything is internal. Okay, it's not because this is structure itself. So from here, this is the nearest low and nearest high of the whole price action. So what I learned is that focus on the nearest price action, which is this: down, up, down, up, down. So we left liquidity here, here, and there. So now price came up, took this high and that high, right? And if you actually look at it from a trend line perspective, which is where the strategy actually comes from, it's trading against trend lines. If you look at the trend line perspective, let's actually do this, right? So if you look at it like this, yeah, this is what I should have done. If you look at it like this, it makes perfect sense, right? Because what I did was I drew a trend line, right? And here you could see that everything was making sense from my perspective because I was like, it took this liquidity, we going up here. That's why my buy was actually supposed to be, the TP was actually way up here, right? So we took this liquidity over here, this low. We're going way up there. That was my whole idea of this. But if you look here, we have a lot of liquidity and we have an order block, right? And this took liquidity and left. So it never came back down here. But anyway, my lesson, let me cut this video short. Let me not talk too much. My lesson was focus on recent price action. If we do that, then all we see is this liquidity left here and then this thing comes to grab the liquidity right there. So all we know is we definitely in a sell because we're focusing on the recent price action. So this right here is supposed to carry on going down. That was supposed to be my idea. And the fact that I had it right, but I was just, caught in between two worlds. I was trapped. But it wouldn't even come back to grab me anyway. So that's chilled. But yeah, so that was my lesson and that was the trade. I took an L. And I'm happy that I took an L and left because I was tempted to try to make it back. But I know that's stupid. So, and I think if I did try that, I was going to lose everything. Not everything, but I was going to lose a lot more. But if we try to look what happened after, if maybe we were patient and we didn't take that, you could tell that here was our opportunity to sell, right? Here was a proper opportunity. I don't know if it gave that opportunity. Why is that? Because there's liquidity all over here and it even grabbed that final liquidity over there. So we know our TP is going to be down here. Simple, right? It's very simple, bro, but it's not easy because your mind is playing tricks on you while all this is happening, but it's very simple, bro. But anyway, I would have definitely taken an L here, bro, because I was gonna enter here. I won't lie. I was gonna enter here and target that low. And target which low? I don't know. Let me see, brother. Yeah, target this low for 1 to 2, right? Exact 1 to 2. This strategy gives big RR, guys. Right now, I'm still a beginner, so I don't know how to trade it properly. But I don't care about the RR right now. I just want money, bro. As long as I'm getting money. But yeah, after taking that L, we'd understand that this point right here is liquidity. So you see how nice it's rejecting that. What we would do is just enter from right there. But we don't have the best RR. So I don't know if I'm gonna trade you Nasdaq anymore. But yeah, that was That was the L trade, and that was what I was supposed to do. But yeah, Nasdaq moves too fast, bro. It's not even giving me proper chances. So, but yeah, that's the trade breakdown, man. Peace out.